Well, hey there guys, welcome to Rock Hard Riffs. This is the guitar channel for the self-taught. This is going to be one of those talking videos, so if you don't like talking videos, well, you've been warned. There have been a couple things on my mind. I've been kind of curious about one thing, and that is how many of you out there come from musical families? Do you have relatives or whatever that might be really musical and you kind of get it from somebody like that, or you're interested because of other members of your family? Now, as far as mine goes, I thought about it. It's like, no, not really. The only person I can really think of would be my grandfather, who played the organ. But he wasn't a professional musician or anything. He just kind of liked to play the organ. And he did, and he was good at what he did. He mainly just played Christmas songs or at Christmas, And that's all I ever really heard him play. But other than that, not in my family that I'm aware of. Now, Mrs. Beans, on the other hand, she is from the Philippines. Her family, when she was just a youngster, left the Philippines to get away from the Marcoses, if you remember them. That was in the early 70s. So they boogied on out of there and they came here, but her father was a concert violinist, and he also taught piano and organ. So he's really, really musical, and I'm not quite sure about the rest of the family. But I know that for a fact. And also Mrs. Beans plays the organ, and she's also a very good singer, but she is very shy. She doesn't like to perform in front of a camera or anything like that. It's kind of funny. But she loves the karaoke, of course. So a lot of Filipino people, I've come to find, are very musical. So that's really cool. That's interesting. Kumusta ka to my Filipino friends out there. Now let's move on to a little something that maybe not quite so pleasant. And that is the negative Nelly, or the Debbie Downer syndrome. Sometimes in your band there can be somebody, or just like in any personal relationship, like whether it be at work or what have you, where there's always that toxic personality. I'm not talking about hecklers or so. I'm talking about people that you deal with immediately, like your band members or things like that. And man, can they bring a ship down but quick, unless you kind of guard against it. Now, it's unfortunate. We all have our times of negativity. Now, it's always important to have empathy, because we can all be a Debbie Downer on occasion. We can all have that toxic thing. It might just be something going on in our life and it just kind of comes out in another direction, and that's unfortunate. But there are also those who just feed off of negativity. And no matter how you may shake them or subtly suggest to them that they're being kind of negative and maybe they might want to change things to create a more positive atmosphere, but sometimes that negative thing just keeps on being negative, and if you hang around it, it's going to drag you down and you're going to be negative right along with it. That's my experience. You let me know what you have experienced as far as that goes. But you try to help people as much as you can, but again, you can only do so much, and again, everybody is responsible for their own attitude and well-being. So to the Debbie Downers, lift it up, man. Find something else positive to look at instead of constantly being negative. Right? It's bad for your health. It's bad for your mental health, your physical health. It's bad for the people around you. So, but there have been times, of course, I remember this one pseudo-band situation I was in, where these guys were getting together. None of them were really players, but that was okay, because I just wanted to goof around. And I became the negative one there, because I could just see where things are going. It just became just a drag itself, and I became the Debbie Downer. And you know what? I thought to myself, I'm out of here. I'm done with this. I'm becoming a drag, and I don't want to be part of this. So that's just one of those things. Let us know your experiences. But again, as far as what I would advise or whatever, try to help your buddies or your bandmates or whoever it is. But if they just refuse to kind of see the light, if you want to put it that way, there's only so much you can do. So as far as the negative Nellies, guys, change your attitude and you might have a different outcome. You know what I'm saying? Right on. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining us here at Rock Hard Riffs. This is the guitar channel for the self-taught. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. And please spread the word. Alright guys, we'll see you next video.